Hello, everyone. Welcome to the. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live stream. You can check down in the comments or in the description on what time to start, or I will delete this part later. It depends. But you don't have to watch me waiting for people to join in, to put likes and whatnot. So go down in the description, check the time where the live actually starts. Mm-hmm. Reset the comments. Hello, everyone. I look great today. Thank you. But I mean, if I looked great today, I wouldn't be here, no? Michael Jackson, Alim Enis, and Jäger Bomber. Welcome to all of you. Put likes in the video. You've seen the subject. Tell me what you think about it. It's not that I have prepared a lot to talk about it. I want to have a discussion. I want to have a conversation because the subject have never been talked about. I have never seen someone talk about it, but I want to know if like when it is good are there benefits or it's only negative, how you should do it, where you should avoid it, what are the benefits, how should a content creator approach this, because I have to show you some progress results to motivate other people. When is the line it becomes just bragging like Austin Wayne and like I bang a lot of chicks, right? Kind of bragging. I don't know. A lot of subjects, a lot of questions that we can talk about. First of all, as you put likes to the stream, please, guys, let me know how is the quality of the voice. Let me see if there is anyone I can trust here, because you tell me that it is good, and then after I finish the live, I start listening to myself, and I'm like, why were they lying to me? Like, because I can improve the quality of the voice right now. If you think that, um, if there is a problem with the voice, let me know. Okay, let me know right away so I fix it before we start talking. It's decent. If you have any like direct way to improve it, let me know. Anyway, let me see how many people we have here. Mhm. Okay, so three guys and only three guys, three likes. Checks out. But where are the humans? Where is the rest of people? Hey, Unc. Why are you calling me Unc? Okay, I would have banned you if I had a lot more viewers, but I don't. So you're okay. You can stay. I can't I can't afford to ban people for calling me uncle, right? Or Unc. Unc is like, at least uncle sounds respectful. I don't know. And it's always like the guys who are close to my age calling me Unc, like the 27, 26. It's not like the 18 years old calling me Unc, which would have not still be okay, but man. Great songs, by the way. Songs like, what songs are you talking about? 19? Okay. Maybe 19, you can call me Unc, but I will be disrespecting you, like calling you like a brat and not knowing anything, and you will have to take it too. So, yeah. Let's get four more people, like to 10, and then I have a lot to talk about the subject, and I'm relying on you guys. Like, I really want you to give me your takes and we can debate them, because I really can't define or can't put the lines on where bragging becomes intolerable. And is it like any bragging should be illegal, or is just okay, or like some bragging is fine, or under the right circumstances it is a good thing to brag? That's what I want to talk about. Okay. I got a Halloween play story. Ah, so you want to brag? No, this is not the point of the stream. No, it's not for you to come here and brag in front of other people. No. The video is lagging. Am I lagging for you guys? Like, am I like is my voice lagging for you? Hmm. Baker, welcome to the stream. Bragging, the art display. If you have it, aka looks, is gonna be expected. If you don't have it, just go for the cover. We're gonna talk about all this. I'm just waiting for people to come in, so put likes on the stream. We're gonna start in about a minute, okay? Just like sales, it is expected that a good product have a good marketing strategies. I don't know about that. Like, it is better to have it, and it is expected, but like, to what point is it expected? There are a lot of products that are underrated, like hidden gems and stuff like this. Jaeger, never brag except for work reasons. Okay, but why? Like, you tell me this as a rule, but why? Like, is it some Bible, or like why would you tell me that? Like, I'm like playing the advocate of the devil, but I'm asking you, like, you say that, okay, but on what basis? Like, never brag except for work. What if I want to brag to get girls? What's like, why would that be the limit, right? If you have a limit, you must explain why you have it. That's like, never spend more than 7 euros, and I'm like, okay, but what? Why? Like, never spend more than that amount. That's it. Like, that's a rule. Like, no, you have to have why. What made you pick that limit? Bigger the ego, harder the brag. Well, if you've seen the thumbnail, I don't know if you've seen the thumbnail before clicking or not, but there is like bragging ego and bragging insecurity. So maybe the bigger the insecurity, the harder the brag. Who knows? We're gonna learn together today. Let's see. A bad product that have good marketing will only hype after fall flat. Not necessarily. There are a lot of bad products that used good marketing, and maybe they did not last like for years, but they made their owner or whatever a lot of money, so he can have more other products to do the same thing, right? So he doesn't get a product that is successful for hundreds of years, or like tens of years, but he can get a product that works well for a couple of years, then the trend falls off, and then he starts the same strategy again, and then he makes more money than someone who's making a good product. So yeah, there's also an argument against what you're saying. If it works, it works. If you don't need it in the first place, I'm gonna disagree with you, but a little bit later, okay? Because this is a good point I want to discuss when we start the stream. All this bullshit I'm gonna be deleting later, okay? Like, as soon as I'm allowed to edit it on YouTube, I'm just gonna cut this bullshit off. Mm-hmm. Okay, we have 11 people watching. Put on the likes, and we're gonna start. Yep, so buckle up, guys. Here we go. Buckle up. Get ready. So, about 9 minutes. Hello and welcome to the stream, guys. We're gonna be talking about bragging. I haven't prepared anything special. We're just gonna see with people in the comments, what do they think about bragging, when it is okay to do it, when it is not okay. Are there any benefits to bragging? Is every bragging a bad thing and it should be illegal or frowned upon? We're gonna talk about all that subject. Maybe we can pull up some articles to read. Maybe we can talk to ChatGPT to define what is bragging for us, whether it's by ego or like insecurity that leads you to bragging. We're gonna talk about all these points with the guy from the comments. You can also participate later when I leave the live on. You can also write down your comments under the video and I will also respond to them. So welcome to the stream. I hope you're gonna have a great time for people here and for people watching later. Let's go. I'm gonna start with reading some comments. So, it is useful to be good at bragging without common as if you are bragging, you mean, right? Okay. So, we all agree that I don't think this will be a point of contingency, that we all agree that there is art to bragging. And if you're gonna do it, you better do it in a way that doesn't look like you're bragging. Because if I start like a video with like, hey, dear viewers, I have a body count superior to all of you combined. I mean, even if that was true, it is pathetic, like pitiful, right? Does not make me look good in any way. Like, does not add points, does not make me look cooler, you know. Baker, don't forget rehab lesson on guys always competing and mugging. Bragging is just our peacock tail form of doing it. Okay, so what you're saying is that there is a biological component, there is a evolutionary biology to it, right? To why we brag, why we have the need to brag, why we do it in the first place. And I want to say this as a tangent. I think that we as a community or as human beings in general, we really memed about evolutionary biology because it was adapted by red pill gurus. And now we make fun of it, except that it is goated. And I think that evolutionary biology explains more about human beings than any other science or area of research. Except that because of red pillars, we don't look at it like a lot, but it is what explained hypergamy, what explained like the hidden ovulation. It explains a lot of things, okay? So evolutionary biology is goated. I'm gonna talk about that in a separate video. Now we're gonna talk, so we agree that there is a component that is biological to bragging. Okay, Eldar Maxing, I'm not gonna answer such questions, don't be stupid, okay? Dune, the biggest brag is the unsaid one. Okay, this is the point that we agreed with like few minutes before you got in, that we all agree that if you're gonna brag, you must do it without being not even show not tell. MB, welcome to the stream. It's not just show don't tell, it's basically let people discover that you are so above bragging about something that you should be bragging on. And I'm gonna give you an example, okay? First, go put likes under the video so more people keep joining in, and I'm gonna proceed with my example. This example was actually done by AMS, Alpha Male Strategies. You know who he is. He basically said that he has a car, like a fancy car, German car, I don't remember. And then he goes on the date, like he takes an Uber or something. And then like later when the girl comes over and she gets in the house and she sees like his car keys, and she's like, oh, you have this car, like let's say Mercedes, right? You have a Mercedes, right? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, why didn't you come like in an Uber? So like, I didn't want to drive or something like this. So he shows the girl that he does not even need to bring up the fact that he has a luxury car to get her. And I think that if game is your goal, then you should necessarily, it's better to brag like that, to pretend that you're not bragging and still end up bragging harder. I think that's the right approach. But what I'm talking about here, what actually pushed me to go make the live, is the bragging, that happens between guys where they're flexing over each other. And especially, like, let me just say it as is, especially guys who have success with girls going on people who don't have success with girls, and then they're telling them as if they don't know that it is hurting to the people listening, or they know and they're doing it on purpose, and there is a certain pleasure that they get out of it. And my question to you guys is, why do you think that is the case? Because I do not extract any pleasure from bragging to people who, I mean, I'm pretty deterministic in this. Like, you know what I know, right? I know the importance of looks, the importance of genetics. So if I got lucky in life, me going to someone who did not get lucky in life to tell him, like, hey, I banged this Stacy, and then I banged her sister, and then their mom joined, and then her father gave me a high five and went to bring me some pizza. I don't know. What is the point of telling such stories to guys who, you know, do not even relate? And then, like, if I don't ask this question, you'd think, like, if I take this story and tell it to a guy who mugs me, he doesn't see the point, because, like, that will be like going to someone, I don't know, like, if I make $1 million, I will not go brag to that to Jeff Bezos. Like, he's gonna be like, that's pocket change, right? Insecurity, probably. Isn't that annoying? I mean, insecurity. So, but you got something. Like, if you started bragging to someone who does not, like, you got lucky, okay? So, are you saying that the same person who got lucky is insecure by talking to, let's say, a Chad who got a girl, and now he's like flaunting in front of his sub 5 friend? Is that insecurity? If yes, explain to me by what mechanics that becomes an insecurity. Also, take this opportunity, guys, to tell me, how's the quality of the voice? Are you hearing me clearly? Am I lagging or anything? Like, can you see me? Can you hear me fine? Eldar Maxing. I like to brag to normies. I talk on the day. I talk on the daily at college since it helps me elevate my social standing. Does it though? Like, maybe it doesn't. Maybe you think it does, but it doesn't. Like, I'm talking about Eldar Maxing. He's bragging to normies in his college. Maybe you think that you're looking cooler, but in reality, they're making fun of you. Yoon reminds me of my sub 5 friend. There is a F boy that an F boy that doesn't fuck. That's a good one. He's a fucked boy. Adolf I can't pronounce your name, Mr. Viking. I'm gonna call you Viking. You sound good, bro. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. Yoon. And he crashed out after his that kind of bragging is peak cringe max, especially when you don't have the receipts. I mean, even if you do, okay, Prism, welcome. Even if you do, even if you have the proof, even if you have like the screenshots, even if you have a video, even if the girl is with you, right? I had a lot of people, like, you know, they get a Russian girlfriend and suddenly they want to hang out with everyone just to flaunt that they have a Russian girlfriend. And the thing is that he's just risking losing her by going out with guys who even mug him. That is funny. Glad Rehab didn't bitch out tonight. The only guy who bitched out tonight was Hamza. He got destroyed. Yeah. Bragging also serves to fight amongst packs hierarchy instead of something physical. We go for mental fight, bravado. Yeah, but okay, Baker, I understand that maybe that's the goal, okay? But if you do it, wouldn't you be like ruining it for yourself? Like, will it be like giving bad signals? Like, you want to beat the others in the hierarchy. So to do that, you should, you know, you should not be bragging, because bragging actually puts you lower on the echelon. No, isn't it like how it's supposed to work? Maximus, hello, thank you for joining the stream. We're looking forward to hear your takes on the subject. We're talking about bragging, everything about bragging. Yes, I have seen the new Rehab Room video. It is a good one. Hamza or Sam? I don't know who Sam is, but if he's not dating 5 points of SFB below him, then he mugs Hamza. Everyone and their mother mugs Hamza because he's dating. He's dumpster diving, like, not dumpster diving, but digging holes under the dumpster and hides under them and looks for girls under the dumpster themselves. Like, the level of Sam is the guy beefing with Hamza. Okay. So I think Sam mugs him, although like he looks like weak and like kind of insecure and stuff. But I mean, I can't stand Hamza really. Hmm. Okay, now since you guys want to talk about Scamza, I'm gonna use this opportunity to ask you, like, as a content creator like Hamza, or someone who wants to be a content creator like myself, how should I manage this line of bragging? Because I can sometimes be telling you a story and it includes the success with a girl or something that makes me look good, and I have to, share the details, and someone might see it as brag. Now, maybe that is not my real intention. The thing is, like, honestly, the example I talked about, like going to someone who's unlucky, like someone who did not like win a genetic lottery or whatever, and bragging to him, I don't have that need. I don't have, like, I never went to a sub 5, maybe like when I was like young or something, but for the last 10 years I can't remember an instant where I went to someone less than me and I tried to show off. I don't have that need. But how should I manage this as a content creator, to not trigger people who are watching my content? I like someone who's like a sub 5 18-year-old, and I'm talking about this girl, I broke up with this girl, and I was talking to 10 girls at the same time. How do you manage this? Is there a difference in the intention? Like, can the same action be done with different intentions? Do you think like bragging is in the intention, or you think that you can brag and it is the action itself regardless of what you do? So I must have told the story differently in order to not brag, Baker. Okay, June, I think bragging works best in the workplace. Someone else has said this before you. I think it was Jaeger, and I told him that I will. And I told him, like, what are you basing that on? Like, why are you making the rules now? Like, what allows you to put the line there? Maybe I come and I tell you, like, I think bragging works best when you're talking to girls because girls respond to bragging, and that's an effective strategy to apply game. So, okay, but why stop then? Right? If you have to put a limit to something, if you have to, say, okay, you can only spend $7, and I'm like, okay, but why? Yeah, that's the limit. Yeah, but according to whom? Who decided that it is the limit? Like, give me an explanation. So, you think bragging works best in the workplace? What if it works in social situations? Okay, why stop there? Like, why it worked at the workplace, so why stop there? Baker, there is no hugging to advance in the hierarchy. You talk in a high friendly way. Begging is not friendly. It's okay. So you're thinking that by bragging in the social hierarchy, you're actually gaining points. Is that what you're saying? Bragging helps create visibility for yourself. Well, isn't that something we all crave? Because, you need to be visible to receive validation. And validation is what we seek. I mean, that's what we assume. Maximus, we watch you for your personality. Okay, if I turn off the camera, right? If I do like this, you will just leave? Like, what I'm saying is not interesting to you? Okay, maybe my looks get me in the door, but then I'm saying interesting stuff. Hopefully, right? If you find me boring, I mean, you can leave. But I mean, if you're not, we can have a conversation. Or if say the more you brag, the more you will attract eyes on you to see the real deal. So it is a viable strategy. So bragging has benefits. You do not think that bragging is ultimately a negative thing. Pat Rayleigh and Amen, welcome to the stream. But when Chad brags, it is okay. I mean, there are people that do not tolerate bragging, even if it comes from Chads. But I'm guessing that those are the minority, to be honest. Yoon, don't worry about triggering your audience. It generates more views. I mean, listen, I know that I'm on YouTube trying to make money. I'm not hiding that. Like, you can see the donations are open. You can gift anything and whatnot. But you can do that with decency. I mean, do I have to turn into a grifter completely? Do I have to go scamza to generate like views and content? Like, honestly, today I put this stream on to talk to you guys about bragging. in reality, if I could invite you all to, you know, some local bar or like some coffee place, we would all gather and talk on that table, because I'm interested in the subject and I want to understand it, and I want to know when to brag, when not to brag. Is bragging bad? Like, I want to discuss the subject. I don't want to. Making money out of it will be amazing, but I would actually go if we were in the same city. I would suggest that we go out to eat something together and talk about the subject. It's not only like to generate controversy, because if that was my goal, I could just, like, you know, tag Rehab Room and say that he's like a bitch and he has a small dick, and then call out every YouTuber and create drama with each one of them, and that will somehow get me views and whatnot. But again, Baker, I read this. Okay, it ain't bragging if you can back it up. I mean, okay, but what if you can back it up, but you don't brag? Like, let's say you're strong and you tell someone that you will F him up, and then you end up Fing him up. Okay, that's more consistent than telling him that you're gonna F him up and then end up, you know, being beaten. But you can do it and still not brag. So why the brag? Like, you can say, like, I am the best content creator on YouTube, okay? I am the best content creator for men on YouTube. But then I can't back it up. But let's say I can, and I can still make great content without ever coming and announcing that I'm the best and, you know, bragging about it. I don't know, you see. This is like someone who bragged, and then he was lucky enough to carry out his brag, and then he looks at someone else, he like, you see, it wasn't bragging because I could back it up. But why brag in the first place, you know? Maximus, you will always have a group that doesn't like you regardless. I know that. I'm already dealing with haters. Don't think that I am too small for haters, okay? Amen. Their insecurities are not your problem if bragging was not your intention. Okay, this is a really good sentence. I'm gonna pin it for now. I really like this one. Welcome to the stream. This is the first time I see you. Amen. Seems like I'm attracting high IQ people, which is very good. Welcome to the channel. I hope you are subscribed. And bragging only works in the real world. Only works if you do it discreetly. About doing it discreetly, I gave a perfect example a few minutes ago. And it only works in the real world, as opposed to what world? Like, do you have another world that is not the real world? Are you talking like online or something? Ildar Maxing, I'm here to just look at you. This is your second strike today. The third one, I'm actually banning you. Akatosh, welcome to the stream. Why your stream so late? Isn't like 3 a.m. in Moscow? Yes, but you know that my audience, like if I show you the statistics, the majority of my audience are in the US and like other places, which is like good thing. Like my channel is in English, right? Would you ever do a subscriber meetup? I don't have enough subscribers, but if I was in the same city as with, like, if I was in a city of a known subscriber, but I mean, at least it has to be someone that I talk to, right? Like, not just someone who like subscribed to my channel yesterday, like maybe a member or like someone who, you know, supports the channel financially, someone that I can trust, because, you know, I don't want to meet any trolls or like, you hate on my videos, you comment weird stuff, and then you want to meet, like, what the fuck? Jaeger bomb. But how bragging benefits you in the first place, bro? You said yourself in workplace, so other people have commented that it brings attention to your work. So if you do good work, but you can't, no one appreciates it, maybe bragging will bring eyes on it. And let's face it, we need visibility, because visibility is what allows validation. I'm actually gonna make a video about this point, and that is exposure maxing, basically, like a lesson on exposure maxing. Why? Because again, I forgot who talked about the marketing of bad product earlier, but there is a guy who is a 7.2 who is mugging a guy 7.7 just because he presents himself better. He wears better clothes like Style Max. He goes to the right places and he exposes himself way better than the guy who mugs him in a pure SMV, ending up with a better quality of life because he knows how to market for himself. So that will be a completely different video or a live. I haven't decided yet, but validity or like visibility is very, very important for validation. Okay. Yoon said, brag about what you have done because it's not like managers who actually know what to do. Like, I spent so long on it. Yeah, I mean, I have witnessed this at work firsthand, whether it was in the hospital or in working as a waiter. If you don't show off that you're doing something, no one is noticing. It's on you to show them that you're working. Prism, when it comes to random things, it is fine, but when it comes to women, money, status, the risk reward ratio, so everything that matters, everything that we crave. Is that what you're saying, Prism? And Diego Bomb agrees too. And I feel that looks and being likable it is more effective. Okay, but that you do not have control over if you're born a Chad or born a sub 5. But what about the need of bragging? And I know I'm like older than you guys. I'm gonna say it quite weird, but I think that bragging has become more popular lately. Like in the last 5 years, I noticed more people bragging than when I was young. But maybe that's just me, okay? Maybe that's just my perception. You can confirm that whether whether bragging has become more common or not via social media. You can confirm or deny that. You can do it on comments later, not only live people. I can ask like let me make a poll, right? You can guys answer later. Is bragging more common nowadays? All aspects of bragging. I'm not talking about like. No, but being MTN to HNN in a field of nerds is cheat code. Yeah, but okay, let's say you are an HTN in a computer company where everyone else is a nerd. Would you tell them about your dating life or you will hide your dating life? If you pick any of these, why? Like, why would you hide your dating life, or why will you flaunt your dating life? Which one will get you more social points in the nerd group? Do you want to be the super guy who can date girls while the rest can't? Or you want to be the asshole that dates girls while bragging and showing that the others that they can't and stuff like that? Amen. I messed up my sentence previously, but I meant places like work, social gathering, talking to girls, etc. In my opinion, you have to be subtle, humble about bragging. The fact that you have to be subtle about it is something that we already discussed and we all agree on. There is no point in making it too obvious. Making it too obvious is 100%, in 100% of cases, is negative. You gain nothing by being openly, aggressively bragging. It must be done subtly. But if it is done subtly, like by just telling stories, etc., you are a 6 out of 10 dude. You are working with a lot of sub 5s in a small company. Would you be telling them about the dates you have or the Tinder matches you've got? I mean, a 6 out of 10 does not even get that much, but you get that point, okay? Let's say you have a dating life and your coworkers do not have a dating life. Is it acceptable to tell them about your dating life? Okay? IRL, no way. People don't even talk. Everyone brags on Instagram. So you agree that social media make it, against all odds. My dear member, welcome to the stream. But even humble bragging can be detected. Gotta be slick with. Don't really say slick with it. Listen, about it being detected, at least like you've done some effort to hide it. At least like it is not. You have the plausible deniability. Like you brag, but then like no, I was not bragging. But you were bragging, but then you can never pin it to me, right? At least you did some effort to hide it, to be polite, Again, if it is detected, I would deem that you were just bad at hiding it. Your humble bragging was not that humble in the end. It was, kind of like a diss that, I brag with being black pilled. To whom though? Like, you go to another B pill dude and tell him like, hey, I am more BP than you. Is that what you say? Knowing how hard life is for sub fives, why would you rub it in their face? A lot of people are doing it, and I'm asking you, like, why do they do it? Like, it's not that I have all the answers, you know? I think the best way of bragging is bragging about not bragging. That one is a smart one, okay? That one is a very, very smart way to brag. Then why? Why? What makes you, you know, what do you gain from it, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Again, guys, you let me know if the quality of my voice gets ruined or if I lag. And don't forget to put likes on the video. We have more people joining in. Those who just joined can put likes on the video. Yep. Yoon, cause most sub fives are miserable to be with. You don't lose anything for bragging to them. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you make one of them too angry, you know, to do something bad to you. But be careful in the comments. Don't say anything that forces me to delete your comment. But you can trigger people to a bad point, right? Like, let's say you go to a sub five who's in like the drop that will make the cup, like, you know, you don't want to trigger the wrong person at the wrong time. Come on. Why would you do that? Hey man, it's very contextual. If everyone at work is constantly complaining about their dating life, there of course you'll create disdain. I mean, how do I say this? I myself don't feel the need to brag to people who have less than me or need the brag at all. And if I ever catch myself in a conversation where we are one-upping each other, like I'm telling someone a story and he's telling me a better story, and I really feel cringed out and want to get out of that conversation. Michael Jackson, do you guys interact with normies? Very minimally. My last stream was about the fact that I don't have any friends, so that should, you know, give you an answer. But yeah, I mean, what else? Like, what? Like, if I tell you, like, hey, someone is bragging, does that make him automatically a bad person, as if I told you that someone is stealing or someone is committing a crime? Is it like automatically a bad thing? Like, hey, this is my friend, his name is John, he just brags a lot. Is that like the same as if I told you that and he steals a lot, or he you know, lies a lot or something like this? Against all odds, low-key bragging can backfire. It make you look narcissistic and arrogant. I mean, by like low-key bragging. So this is what I told Jaeger before, or I forgot whom. The fact that you try to get social points, like I asked him, why do you brag? And he said, like, to gain place in the hierarchy. And I told him, like, in a lot of hierarchies, the one who brags stays down. Like, he does not raise in ranks. Exactly, like, the reason they don't like him is the bragging. So if bragging is what he thinks, he's bragging to gain points, and bragging itself is what make people hate him and don't want to be with him. So you see, it's not like backfiring. I think it backfires more than it works. So it should not be called backfiring, because his backfiring is the lesser chance. But most braggers end up isolated and ostracized. Okay, chads are the exceptions, but then, okay, how many chads are there? Fitness Freak, welcome to the stream. Yes, I'm very careful with bragging. A lot of people are envious. Yes, but why do you feel the need to brag in the first place, so you have to suppress it because of other people? Like, if something good happened to you, okay? Let's say a girl saw you and she approached you and she gave you her number, and later you met, and then she did very pleasurable things with her mouth to you, and now you're happy about it. You want to share that information with other people. When does it stop being sharing your happiness and starts to become bragging? Oh, Thank you very much for the donation. I really appreciate it, man. Chris, welcome to the stream. Yep. A lot of love, guys, for this guy, Chris T. Thank you very much, bro. This is I don't know, like, what's a it's like what is like a dollar sign? I don't know what's that. I'm just checking. What is that? Because is it like Australian dollars or something like this? Australian dollars. Okay. Thank you very much. I don't know like how much that's even worth. Like Australian dollar to US dollar. Oh, it's strong currency. So that's like $30. Thank you. Thank you very much, man. I really appreciate it. Now I'm gonna have a great weekend. Yep. You're the best, man. Yoon, I have a child light in work and MTN is trying to brag all the time and it doesn't work. Minchai just answers on his brags and it looks effortless. I guess also more believable. So you gave a good example on why bragging did not matter, on like not mattering, but backfiring. You know, against all odds with your BP knowledge. Does it affect you? I mean, I think B-build people are more sensitive to bragging than non-BP people because, like, you know that I can do nothing about it. Why are you telling me this story, you know? Nah, bro, you never tell on that type of shit. I mean, you can do it sarcastically, you know, like, say it as if you were ironic, but in reality, you're not ironic. Like, you know, this strategy of talking to blue pillars and pretending that you are with them while you're actually making fun of them, but since they are too stupid to read between the lines, they think you are with them. So, nah, bro, okay. I like to show pictures of my lifestyle travel to Eastern Europe and getting at women all the time so I can get some haters. I mean, come on. Why would I do that? I'm gonna travel to Kharkov next month. I don't think that's the best time to do so. You depends because Krakow. Okay, that's another place. Okay, good. Mm, because I need to coexist in these conversations. I mean, do you need as in social need or it's like for work purpose, you know? Fitness freak. If Russia was not in war, I would have had travel to Russia and get some hot woman. Yeah. Well, good luck with that, okay? I will wait for you after the war. Good luck. You're talking about the BG thing. I mean, why not? You don't have like good friends to share with them like your success stories, or does it have to be someone who is of your equal SMV? Like, if you are like a 7 and you got something good happening to you, you should be telling it to like only 6.5 to 7.5, and those are the only people you're allowed to share the news with. Is that how it works? I mean, I can't escape the pause room or coworker hanging out in the smoke zone. So it is just exposure, like you're forced to be in the same place together. I get it. By the way, I may have to precise this, but I'm talking about calibrated people. I'm not talking about, you know, people that just come randomly to brag to you. Because if you were just minding your own business and I come to you like, hello, my name is Guidance Vault. I'm going to tell you about my life and how awesome it is. And then I'm going to start bragging to that person. He's going to be like, yeah, I don't want to talk to you. Like, I have to go. Okay. Have a good day. Bye bye. So, someone who only brags to you, that is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about someone that you appreciate for other qualities that you have good times with, like a coworker or something. Even on Discords, like there are a lot of good Discords, but then when someone like starts bragging, everyone is like, oh, come on, come on, come on. I don't know. You get what I'm talking about. It's not like someone just only brags to you, but someone who just does bragging as maybe as a like a mistake that if you point it out and tell him like, dude, we don't really like it when you brag, maybe he can stop doing it, you know? Maybe it like do you think of bragging as a habit is something that you can fix? This is my question for you. Like if you suffer from this, like because I've seen sub fives brag more often than chads. That's probably the insecurity part, but mm, this is my question for you, the poll. Can you learn to not brag, like to stop bragging? Yoon has to be equal SMV or friends with already good relationship. Yeah, actually. So I said I just talked about this. Like it has to be someone that you care for in the first place. Because if it's just some random guy, I mean, just tell him to fuck off, right? Uh, I mean, they are friends outside the social circle where that gear. I mean, oh yeah, no way. You're so right. Sub fives do brag more. I mean, so yeah, actually, we're talking about the guy who just accomplished something that is special in his life. He has more incentive to the guy that gets the same thing on a daily basis. Like it is just normal. When something happens, you know, let's like for a sub five, like getting a girl to give him like to approach him or something that might be once in a lifetime. Most sub fives can go through 10 lives without ever having a girl approach them. So when you have like something that happens to you rarely, you are more incentivized to break it. Like it just matters more to you, you know? So if you're like a Chad, a girl approaching you is not even a top event in your week. If I'm walking on the street and a girl like approached me and then like, hey, you look nice. I wanna like, where are you from and stuff like this. I remember that shit for the next year. Okay, and do I brag about it? Do I not? I don't know. I don't want to reveal so much about myself. Prism, bragging is instinctual. Yeah, but there are a lot of instinctual shit that you learn not to do. For example, do you go on like spitting on people? I don't know, maybe if you were young and you grew up doing that, at some point your mom like beat the shit out of you and told you like to stop showing your tongue to people or stop hitting other kids, and then you stopped doing it despite the initially you were doing it instinctually. Like when you were a kid, you were being mean to other kids instinctually, and then your parents whooped your ass and you stopped doing it. Is bragging something that you can stop? Fitness, men sometimes like to show off. Yeah, but how important it is? Like, how important is it? Christy says, I have this friend who I know is 36, never had a girl, but he's always talking about how he seems to mention fumbling. These women who show him social signals could be lying though. I mean, if he's 36 and he never had a woman, I mean, I was guilty of this, Chris. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was guilty of this where I was like overestimating choosing signals a lot. And women just happen to smile randomly at random directions all the time. So a girl could be just, telling you that the pies are hot. Maybe because yesterday a customer got a hot pie and sued McDonald's for giving him a hot pie, and she decided to tell, like, the manager told her to tell the clients, be nice to people, tell them that the pies are hot so we don't get sued anymore. And he's taking the same situations as if, people are just any girl who's like smiles his way is looking at. Like, I have seen like this, so like maybe this is the case of your friend, right, who just brags about things that didn't happen. Because so far we were talking about bragging about things that actually happened. Now you're telling me about a guy who's bragging about things that did not even happen. In this case, I saw a guy in real life. I shit you not, guys. A girl was flirting with the guy who was playing the piano, and the guy who was like singing is like a shorter guy. he thought that she was flirting with him. Everyone, even people who were not even focused on that, could see that the girl was flirting with the piano player. Yet, for some reason, only the singer picked on the signals, which was quite cringe as a situation because, yeah, he was so sure that the flirting and the choosing signals were to him. He was like you could not even talk to him. Like he was 100%. I wonder if I can weasel my way through a brag conversation with dropping experience and knowledge on the topic. I mean, if someone went to a conversation with the intent to brag, oh, he's gonna brag. He's gonna brag. You're not gonna stop him. But if outside of that conversation, you call him and tell him, like, hello, please, can you not do that because you come off as weird and it does not do you any good when you brag. Maybe that person can say, like, okay, thank you for making me aware of that. I will probably, whatever I feel the urge to brag, I will stop if, maybe. I'm not saying it's like, no, there are a lot of people who will say, like, nah, I was not bragging. You're just insecure. He brags and then gaslights you. Combo. Brag and gaslight. Yep. So, Amen, Christy. I know that these type of guys, they think a girl is holding the door for them, is choosing signals. What we call here in the Guidance Vaults channel a hot pie situation. Be careful, the pies are hot situation. That's what we call them. Talk is talk. You also need to show you have something to show for. Nah, I think like this depends on your value, because if a Chad tells you that something happened to him, you just believe him, Have you seen China? Have you seen China? What's with China? I mean, I was gonna make a video actually about China, but I'm still gonna make the video. But what is about China? Have you? I don't understand. Is in main nature to compete and show status. Okay, but there are a lot of other ways to show status. Okay, so my question to you, fitness freak, what is the difference between sharing your news and accomplishments and achievements with your friends and social circle and bragging? Let's say you made an accomplishment or you were promoted in your work or whatever. If you inform your friends about this because your intention is to share happiness and have people be happy for you and feel that you're socially validated, or bragging, what makes one bragging and the other one just sharing happy news with your friends? How does it work? Where does the line stop? Against all odds, free if true, but for example, if coworkers brag about effing girls, you could start dropping some knowledge, experience, LARP, make it look like you can come from positive experience. So he respects you more? Do you think that is effective? Jaeger Bomb GFL, but I forgot already why you're laughing. You can do it with money and looks. You're talking about, okay, I remember now, the pies are hot. Yoon, from my perspective, the biggest brag in men is always the girl you can get, because it's yeah, but but if you are showing off your girl, you're cringe, no? Like, if you have the hot girlfriend and you show her off, you will lose a lot of points compared to having a girlfriend and trying to hide her. Like, I don't want people to look at my girlfriend, for example. Unless she cooks you. I mean, I think you're self-cucking if you're showing off your girlfriend. Like, I don't do this like where like I'm dating a girl and like let's say I'm not serious about her because she has a lot of thought pictures on the Instagram or whatever, and I'm like showing my friend like, look at her ass, or like zooming in. Like, we are guilty of this. Like, I know you do it. I know you guys do it. Okay, you go to the girl and you're like, and then like you go down to see the feet, right? For those who like feet, I know you, right? And you just like zoom in and then zoom in and then zoom in. To do that with the friend about the girl you're with, I think you're losing points. You're not winning any. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. People always think I'm lying, even though I make it a point to never lie, and people don't seem to care about my track record. I just look untrustworthy. Do you want me to gaslight you or tell you the truth? Because I can tell you that, you know, you're just a sub 5 and that's it. Or I can tell you, maybe that's the way you come off. Maybe because you're bragging all the time. Maybe, have you tried to be, you know, gaslight you? I can also do that, you know? I'm a very good normie. I'm very good at being normie. If you want me to be normie, I can be normie with you. Hey man, your social circle definitely should not view you sharing occasional achievements as bragging. So this is an interesting point, Amen. You're talking about having a good social circle and having a toxic social circle. So do you think that in order for people to not see you bragging, you should try to have a positive social circle around you? Is that what you are suggesting right now? Like if you say good news to your friends and they take it as bragging, it means that you should have other friends. You should make a better social circle of people who are supportive of you. I know that you only said the small message. I'm just developing on what you said. And the keyword, I like that you said it. A keyword, you said occasional, because if you do it all the time, like we're not. If you do it all the time, then you ruin. It cannot be good, right? If you're doing it all the time, who wants to be with a guy who wants to be having a conversation with someone who's like constantly showing off? How empty your life is, so you're showing off all the time. This is a great sentence. Like, how empty does your life have to be that you are bragging all the time? You see the irony, because if you're bragging all the time, that suppose that you have a lot of things going on in your life. But then if you have so much going on in your life, then how will you find the time and the energy to brag? Because we have established earlier that if something happened to you on daily basis, you don't value it as much anymore, so you don't go bragging to people. If you're a Chad, you don't brag about banging a girl, okay? For a Chad, banging a girl is like, it's like if I come to you guys and I brag to you every time I order pizza to my place. Like, guys, I ordered pizza today. I ordered 2 pizzas at the same time, you know? That would be like a Chad bragging about threesomes, and I'm bragging about threesomes with 2 pizzas, okay? One like a savory one and a sweet one. Yeah, so how empty is your life that you're actually bragging all the time? Yeah. I also think that haters gonna hate. I see nothing wrong about show off that you have success in life. This is a very respectable point of view. I don't think that you're wrong. I'm trying to make my mind on things, so I'm trying to understand with you. I'm not superior to you. I know the name of the channel is Guidance Vault, but we are all looking for guidance together. I'm not superior to any of you. I'm just an average, normal guy with average IQ, and I'm enjoying conversation with you. I don't have any superiority complex. I'm not a cult leader. I will never be a cult leader. I left that to another ethnic on YouTube to do that. I don't want to lead anyone anywhere. The name of the channel is Guidance Vault because I think it's just a cool name, and you know. Yep, so not really. If she's actually hot, I mean, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Hotness is relative. Not the feet, bro. Yes, the feet, bro. Not the feet, bro. I heard armpits too. Yes, feet. Yes, armpit. And you can all go. Okay, armpits are underrated. Okay, so you are normal. The occasional was very deliberate. Yeah, we have a high IQ subscriber here. Amen. I appreciate that. I refuse to elaborate. Oh, I'm going to elaborate, but join me on OF after the live on YouTube. I'm going to do a live on OF, then we can talk about that. Against all odds, I know for a fact that some coworkers show GF pictures are faking it because they never were together in the pic and the girl is always out of their league. Against all odds, do you want me to tell you an effed up story? There was this guy in my hometown. I never met him. They just told me about him, but the story are confirmed, okay? Listen to this story. Against all odds, this one is my gift for you, you know, for being a member for such a long time. I'm gonna gift you the story that actually happened. So this guy brags so bad that when he's going somewhere, he goes by transport or on his feet regularly, and then when he's close, he grabs a cab to get out of in the coffee, like as if he came out of the cab, and the cab from his house would have costed a lot of money. So he's LARPing by getting on a taxi. So he takes a taxi in the last street just to show off that he came out of a taxi to his friends waiting for him, okay? Now, this guy, when he was riding his motorcycle with a girl, later when he met his friends, he told them, have you seen the hottie who was behind me in the motorcycle? And he was bragging and bragging and bragging and bragging. It was his sister. Yes, it was his sister. And this is not like a sort of like a place where you bang your sister kind of deal. This is not north of France or whatever. His sister is hot, and they saw him with her, and they don't know that that is his sister, except maybe one of them. And he was telling them, have you seen the hottie who was with me? So people bragging about weird shit. So yeah, there is a disease. Those are without hope. I hope you enjoyed my little story against all odds. Okay. Do people do that? What do they accomplish? At the level of this guy, I would diagnose him with something. the story I just told. Like Z says, hate's gonna hate. I mean, yeah, but if so many people hate you, wouldn't you start doubting yourself a little bit? I mean, I don't doubt myself. I have a lot of haters, but that is expected on YouTube. Against all odds, you're saying that maybe they think you're gullible or dumb and they want to boost social status. There is this joke that we say in my original language. I'm just going to translate it to you guys, which basically you go to someone like bragging and you tell him like what it means, like you gathered the kids to tell them your story, like you're an old man and you gather the kids and then you tell them bullshit stories about your Vietnam time and stuff like this. Yeah, I don't know how it would work in English, but basically you go to someone bragging and you turn at the tables and now you're all making fun of him. Christy says, I think actual chads don't need to brag because they don't have to get validation through it. They shouldn't, but in my experience, I have seen a lot of chads brag a lot. So I don't know how you want to explain this, but I was in conversations where chads were bragging so much. They were bragging, and my thinking was like, you are a Chad. This should be normal to you. Why are you surprised? Like a girl approached you or something? Like, why are you telling me this? You're literally a Chad. Like, so again, you have to, we don't judge his maxing. I told you it was not that sort of situation. He was just like bragging. It's not like I told you, like yeah, but that was a cringe story. And I'm really sad that it is a true story. And thankfully, I don't know the guy. Like, I know of his existence, but I never met him personally. But then the other instance with the cab drive, like with the taxi, it shows that he has a problem, like he wants to brag. Okay, now maybe that's the answer, Chris. Maybe the same disease that this guy has is the same disease that the Chad I told you about. Because, like, literally, Chad, I thought you were making it up. No, it is. It is. I said that it is a true story. Confirmed story. Like, a lot of people from different angles have, like, heard it, and I don't know. I don't know if her sister, if his sister and their father heard the story, but I think he's up for very, very awkward conversations. Because he did not even use, like, a beautiful girl or something. He said the word, like, haughty, but like the slang way that is very, very demeaning. Okay, like have you seen the bitch I have or something like this about his own sister? Yeah, effed up, man. He's a okay, so he's a pathological liar or insecure. I had a chat with the situation. I can't. I'm having a hard time remembering the context or the specific chat. But I think like I was in a lot of situations where I was thinking like, yeah, but okay, let's do it about money, okay? Because I had rich friends growing up, and these rich friends, they would brag to non-rich friends about getting stuff, and I'm like, I know your father owns a clinic. I don't think you should be bragging about like getting a new phone or something. Like, you are of the level of getting yachts and like, you know, Dubai vacations and whatever. Why are you bragging about like the leather phone case or something that costs like $50? Like, you get it. Like, you get what I'm talking about. Situations where like bragging gets weird, gets awkward. Oh yeah, very common in kids, teenagers. But yeah, but I mean, okay, so maybe hear me out. Maybe this is my theory because I said earlier that if you're a kid and you're doing something bad, your parents hit you like hit you a couple of times and they tell you like do not show off to get people who do not have the same opportunities as you, and you stop doing it. But now people don't do it anymore because like you grew up and you learned and stuff like this. But if if we don't have households anymore and people are not being raised up properly, probably that is why we are having more and more bragging. Because I did a poll earlier, if you remember in the live, I did a poll earlier and I asked people if they think that bragging is more common, and most people said yes. So let's just say that the bragging is more common because people lack the education and the proper, you know, raising kids properly. So they are more aware and respectful of others. Money bragging never works on me. I don't know why it makes me, why it doesn't make me envious. Maybe because you have money. Maybe that's how. Maybe that's the whole thing. Like, if you are jealous if I tell you about the girls I dated, then will that mean that the reason that you feel the brag, like you are damaged by my brag, is because you are bitchless? Bitchless, is that a word? Like, yeah, a man without bitches. Can I say bitchless for those who have English as their main language? Is bitchless an actual word, or am I inventing it? Ewan, nah, bro, it just changes. It becomes the car, your clothes. So you just you just scale it up, scale it up, man. Okay, and of course, but I meant it in the sense that kids are way more open with bragging. Yeah, but then like if we are not raising kids correctly, all we have are kids who just keep doing the same things, except like as Yoon said, you just raise the scale. Now instead of talking about like phones, you're talking about cars. So what you're telling me right now is if I meet the same person who was bragging about getting a new phone when I was in high school, he will be bragging to me about the car he just bought. That's what's gonna happen if I meet him. If I run into him, he's gonna be like, hey, this is my car. The first thing he's gonna tell me. When people get old, they realize it's probably not beneficial to brag. Like too late, like opposed to all women finding good men. Fitness freak, yeah, that's true. You just show off without clothes. Yeah, when you're with poor man clothes and cheap car. It is pathetic. Pathetic. Nah, I'm broke AF, but I still don't mind you having something. Okay, why don't you adopt the same mentality with girls then? Against all odds, like, yeah, I don't have any girls, and I'm okay that you have some. You have an SGF where money doesn't affect me. So you are immune to bragging. Okay, then that's good. I'm happy for you. Darmaxing, having experiencing worth bragging about is what it's all about. Yeah, but this is very, very context dependent. Like, what if you are in a place where, like, why would I go to the worst place? I know, I have someone in my family who's guilty of this. You know, this woman in my family, she gathers people who are clearly low IQ just so she can feel good about herself. And I see this behavior very clearly. Like, she intentionally invites people over who are low IQ, and she talks to them, and she feels smart about herself, and she enjoys this. Confirmed from my family. I literally have this person in my family. Jealousy drives me though. It makes me want to work hard at everything. So this is like the healthy reaction, maybe. So maybe the amen conclusion of, just trying to have better friends. If what you're doing, if people brag to you, you must cut them off. If you tell people news that are not bragging, they should not take it as bragging, and if they do, you remove them from being your friends. So this would be the conclusion. Okay, maybe, I don't know, I should click this for shorts or whatever, but if you are telling people good news because you want to share with them your good news, and they take it as you bragging to them, you must cut off those friends. They hate you, they're toxic. And if they are bragging to you all the time with intention to show off, to feel better, you should also cut off these friends. And then you know where, what? You end up in my previous stream that I have 0 friends because most people are just like that. Is that the conclusion, guys? Christy. I mean, Yoon, about what Against All Odds is saying, I'm also indifferent to bragging. I literally don't care, to the point, like, when I watch like a video of Andrew Tate saying, "What color is your Bugatti?" I cringe a lot. Like, yeah, it's not, I don't want a Bugatti. I want I don't know, good internet. I don't want to have to work. That would be like, if Andrew Tate comes to me and he tells me like, "Hey, look at you working and whatever," and I'm like, yeah, okay, you win. Okay, I'm jealous of you. But if he's showing me like, I don't know, some girls that everyone has effed before him, and he's like, "Oh, look, she's with me." Yeah, but because you're giving her money, and Andrew Tate cannot make me jealous of him unless by his freedom that he can go everywhere, wherever he wants, and he doesn't have to work, and he can sleep all day in. But then he does not sleep, and he's all the time awake and making videos and creating controversy. So I'm not even jealous of his lifestyle. I want to chill, man. I don't want to work that hard. So I'm only jealous of people who are genuine good lifers, okay? Again, I'm gonna talk about good lifers in a separate video in the future. Christy says, the only time I had a hookup that wasn't paid for, but up covertly in a conversation with a couple of people so they'd get the idea that I wasn't a weird guy. They think I am. So you felt that they might look down on you, so you had to leak in this information to make yourself feel better. I don't think this qualifies as bad as the brags of going like to the opposite. Like, you felt that you were looked down on, which is a normal feeling. Maybe they caused it. Maybe it's okay to have insecurities, right? It was never like illegal to have insecurities. And you decided to let slip the information, like, okay, I'm not that loser. If you did it like successfully without like putting a big like accent on it and did it successfully, I think that is a net positive for your social value in that interaction. Fitness freak, yes, I also want to work. And by the way, I'm telling you this not because you gave a very generous gift. This is my genuine answer, just for those who doubt my objectivity. I'm a very, very objective person. If you give me anything more than $5, I will tell you that you are the best looking Chad that I have ever seen in my life. You can try. Yeah, want me to work harder to reach my goals? I told you this is a healthy response, but that's on you. Amen, that's the conclusion. I agree. It sounds like a good English. What if Andrew Tate was a Chad? Would you still cringe? I have a better answer for you, Mr. Yoon. You think you got me? I gotcha. You don't gotcha Guidance Vault. Guidance Vault gotcha you, because if Andrew Tate was a Chad, he wouldn't be bragging. I win. If he was a Chad, he wouldn't be doing videos asking me what color my Bugatti is. I win. Destroyed. Yoon is destroyed. You should feel shame. You got destroyed live, man. Quickums. Money equals cope. To a certain degree, like what Andrew Tate is doing, yes, but having more money can never hurt. MT12, Guidance Vault, my G. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Fitness freak. No, money is insanely important. That shows you that you have no success in life. With that mindset, say money is cope. Money is not cope. Come on. Actually, Christy explains what I meant earlier with LARPing into the brag conversation. Okay, so you're trying to let in, like, okay, I'm not the weird one. I get that. Okay, I think that's normal social interaction. Nah, money isn't that important. Success isn't defined by money. Imagine the chat. Yeah, but it's not like you're not gonna take that logic and convince me that having money is bad now, okay? But obviously, he had the experience for real and chimed in. Tristan Tate looks better than 90% of guys. Yeah, he mugs Tate, Andrew. Age build plus hair. Andrew Tate is not good looking. I mean, he has the money to become good looking, let's face it. I think Tristan being around Tate helps hello him a bit. I think the brotherhood that they have is something we are all envious of. We all wish to have a 6'4" brother who helps you with everything, who supports you in everything, and doesn't makes you look good in front of people. Like, he does not contradict him. They do not fight in front of us. We all are envious of having a brother like Tristan. Yeah, but do you know that Tristan had a hair transplant? Why couldn't Andrew do the same? Defeated Doomer Cell, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. Don't forget to put a like on the stream, or else I will kick you and mute you. And I'm joking, but put a like on the stream. For those who joined lately, we talked for an hour about the subject of bragging. I think I've said everything I wanted to say. I came up to a good conclusion with my friend Amen. I think he disappeared, but if he's gonna check this later, thank you, Amen, for your takes. It helped me reach a good position, a good conclusion. We can talk about random stuff now. It doesn't matter anymore. Tristan still mugs 90% of all guys on only looks. And he's smart and he's rich, and like, this is a whole package. You're still here. Good. Age billing. Right. The best drink in the world, guys. This is, if you're ever in Russia, hard lime. I'm not sponsored, by the way. 31? So you're telling me that I'm not the oldest guy here? Okay. I'm still wanting to hit my prime. Only 20 years left, guys. Is there, like, I don't know, a video you want me to review together? CRP archives. Does he have a video about bragging? CRP archives and CRP Patreon archives. Does he have a video about on going bald? He has a video on bald. Never settle for a fat girl. Autism is a choice. Gambling. Does he have a video about bragging? I think he does. I think he does. Let me see. CRP bragging. Stop humble bragging. Hypergamy and beauty. The dangers of a human resource department. Enemies, bullies. How know which bridges to burn. Why game matters. Self-improvement. Cut people if need be. Cut your losses. In one of these videos, he talked about people who brag, because I have a slight memory of it, but how to tip. How to tip was actually a good tip video. A good tip. How to tip. You get it? I'm very funny. Subscribe for Guido's Vault for more jokes like this. Ambitions are delusions you make real. Oh, such a blue pill. Coach Blue Pill. So I Google CRP bragging and I get PRP injections for hair loss. Yeah, Mr. Algorithm, thank you for that. Like YouTube is looking at me and say like, yeah, he's balding, he needs PRP. Yes, I have a lot of life experience, some okay success. I'm happy for you. And since you are 31, you have been in age without dating apps. Like in your early 20s, there were no dating apps because we are both the same age. So I know that. So I believe that you had some okay success, fitness freak. Sicario, welcome to the stream. Clav and Coffin stream is pure cinema. I know Clav, but I don't know Coffin. I'm assuming he's a Clav clone. I guess then I have a hard time believing that a broke chat and performs MTN that is financially stable or secure. I mean, it depends on what you want. I mean, do you value like women validating you more than financial comfort? It is a possibility. You don't want to be the guy who has a lot of money like Jeff Bezos with the DiCaprio scene. You don't want that. And by that, I don't mean like exactly that, but any version of that. Like, you don't want to be the guy who's with a girl who is mentally, you're being with her and she's closing her eyes, fantasizing about the pool boy because she doesn't want to look at your ugly face. You don't want to be in that situation, man. Come on. Tell me, is the voice still good? I'm still not lagging. Everyone has put likes. Is everything well on the stream? I haven't checked in a very long time. Because I know look and money mean crazy much to have success in life as a guy. ¿Por qué no los dos? ¿Por qué no los dos? Got as well. Does getting jacked help SMV or does it depend person to person? It does. The important part is the fat loss, not the muscle gain. And if you have an above average face and above average height, it is worth giving a try. One of the issues that most people don't even interact with Stacy Sashtash, so they don't understand what the part of the scale. Yun, I told you, I think I replied to you in a comment, or I replied to someone else. I don't remember whom exactly, but listen to this very carefully. The point of my channel is gathering a Chad, a Giga Chad, a Sub 5, a Normie, and then we can all have different lived experience that we share together so we can understand how the world works. Because in order to understand how the world works, we cannot just take the perspective of like a Giga Stacy and assume that life is easy, or take the Sub 3 life experience and think that life is impossible. So we need perspective in order to understand. I was once talking to this Stacy girl, like she's like one of the hottest girls I have ever talked with, okay? And she was telling me that she was in Italy lately, and I told her like, oh, how was it? And she told me, oh, the people were so nice. You are a 19 blonde, blue-eyed Stacy from Russia traveling alone to Italy, and you're telling me that people are nice? Where they're gonna be assholes to a Russian 19-year-old girl who's blonde with blue eyes and perfectly symmetrical face and pink lips and white skin and all that beauty, and you're gonna tell me that people were nice to you in Italy? Because as opposed to people are mean to you in Spain? Or like, what, like is that something special about Italian men when they see a prime woman in her prime youth hotness and they're nice to her? Wow, nice perspective. If that's the perspective we give to aliens, they will think like, oh, your life is easy, so you're just born and you're just nice to each other. That must be great. All we have are wars and like mogging and whatever. So yeah, you need different perspectives of the same story in order to understand how life works in general. in general, but you want a swimmer look, not bodybuilder. You have seen my short about roid use, right? Fitness freak. Yeah, I also use minoxidil with dermaluric castor oil. I am our looks maxer. That's good. I'm glad that you're taking the right step. Thank you, Amen, for confirming that the voice is good. We're not getting any Giga Chads on here. Oh, I can. I know Giga Chads personally, but to convince him to come here, for example, I will have to maybe pay or something, or like ask for a favor. But in the place I play football with, there is definitely two guys that I would classify as Giga Chads. Like, they are so huge, they make me feel like a manlet, and even when they're playing football with temperature minus 30, they have girls watching them. And definitely not in this side of YouTube. No, I meant like, okay, maybe I cannot bring them personally, but I can bring you their point of view. Like, for example, right now, I just mentioned that even when they play football in the cold, they have girls watching them. Maybe you didn't know this, and now I'm telling you this, and this is the whole point of my channel, to share with you guys perspective that you might have not had in life. Maybe you are older than me, maybe you have experience in life. Good on you, but you did not make a YouTube channel to share it with other people and show younger people that different people lead different lives. This is very obvious, but apparently people don't know it. But if you were born a Stacy or a Giga Chad, you have a different life from being born a normie or a sub 5. The water is wet, I know, but if we gather all these experiences and you put them next to each other like this, now you can compare them and see like, okay, so what you're saying to me is not universal. So if that girl told me that guys in Italy are nice, I am smart enough to not go to Italy and expect people to be nice to me the same way they were nice to her, because I know that what she shared me, she thought that Italian people were nice, but I'm smart enough to know that Italian people were nice to her. Maybe Italian people are nicer in general, but I will have to find out from myself or from a sub 5 who was in Italy. Because if I'm gonna ask a Giga Chad or a Stacy, I know that they will only tell me their lived experience. Probably the sub 5 will also tell me their lived experience, but that's the part where I use my brain cells to understand the story, to understand that everyone is just telling me their version of how they see things, and I can take that and learn from it. By the way, this whole rant that I'm doing right now, will feature in a separate video. I will make a video talking about the importance of having perspective, of having people from different life experiences sharing their experience so we can understand finance. Like, okay, so this is how things work, okay? Against odds, I'm a failed HNTN. You would lose your mind on my case because it's unique. Maybe it is not. Maybe if you tell me your story, I will tell you, like, I know a lot of people who are in your position. You don't know. You don't know that. Yes, guys go crazy about it. I mean, you see my point. Like, you see why I told you the story. To tell you, like, yeah, her perspective doesn't even matter. That would be a fire video if you can get it for free with a Giga Chad. I mean, I can just not tell him that I'm having a video, have a conversation, and then report the conversation to you. You just have to trust that I'm not lying and I'm not making up stuff. I watched your video about that girl. It is not one video, and it's not one, like, it is one video about that girl, but there are a lot of similar events that happened in my life. Italian people are so nice. Italian chat did not ghost me after all. Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that she was given free stuff on the street, like free ice cream, free stuff, and she thought like they're like, even if like a sub 5 from India or Pakistan goes to Italy, he will have free ice cream too. That's what she believes, because Italian people are generally nice without any reason, and they don't expect anything in return. Respect to Italy and Italians. I love like pizza or whatever, but this is just the example because it was a real life example. Like, she actually went to Italy, so it could have been any other place. Italy just happened to be the place. Yeah. I said at the start of the stream, I set the goal for like 5 gifts. Like I would like to receive 5 gifts. You can like set goal and choose like how many gifts like you want and stuff like this. I received only 1 gift, but it is so generous that I'm fine. Like Chris T covered for all of you guys. You should all thank him because he made the stream worth it for me in terms of like my time frame. So he made it worth it for me. So we all can thank Chris T for his generous gift. It's really appreciated. I don't know if he's still here or he left, but good. Yeah. I mean, last stream too, I also had like 2 smaller donations, and I don't know about you guys. You can also tell me, but I had a lot of fun discussing this topic of bragging. I was thinking about it all day, and I said like, yeah, I went. I made the thumbnail and went live with it. Yep. So, anything else we should do, or I should like play a Dota game and go to sleep? You should react to some BP content here and there. That's what I do a lot on my channel. I can check like the list of subjects if you want me to share that with you, like the future videos that I'm planning. The thing is that I have subjects noted, but I don't know which subject are gonna be live or made a video short or whatever. I just like look at the not only rehab and CRP, Jacked and Stacked, bro. You're obsessed with this guy. Like you always suggest him. Like let me see. Disciple, welcome to the stream. Yeah, you're so late. We already discussed the subject in hand. We're just like trying to see what I should do for the rest of the stream. Face IQ is funny, especially roast videos. I can roast people myself. Like I can. I'm also good at roasting people. React to. Let me see like what kind of videos Jacked and Stacked had, because I think I reacted to him once. Like, yeah. So I'm assuming that it is this guy. But the female gaze, bro. That sounds like a very good clickbaity title. I'm not gonna lie. I see videos. So his last video was over a year ago. Did he stop uploading? Aging out of your prime. He's talking about Chico. Am I in Eastern Russia? Yeah, I am. I'm in Russia. I watched the replay. Yeah, it was a good one. I really enjoyed the stream. Man, Jacked and Stacked has such good videos, especially the Kai the Nat one. Bragging should only be done if you have something to brag about. We talked about all these points. You're going to enjoy the conversation, and you're gonna wish you were with us because you would have your things to say, but you can say them later in the comments. I will respond to you. Don't worry about that. Against all odds, facts, he was Gigabyte Pillar at first, but he got some great videos. Jacked and Stacked used to make life positive type of BP video, but now has he went through the. Let me see. Lose gaming over women, aging out of your prime, thug appeal, young black man perform for women, sad video, reality of authentic attraction, genuine desire. I want to react to this. Genuine desire. I will save it up and I will react to it in the next live, because last time I was wanting to react to genuine desire. The video I wanted to react to was of Ryan Stone, but then I opened it and it's like 2 hours. Okay, I don't want to react to a video that is 2 hours. That doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna save this video. Maybe I'm going to check it up, or I'm gonna start watching it. If I like the start, maybe I might do an offline review. Maybe I'm gonna do a live review. I will think about it, whether like I watched for the first time with you or not. Let's go for popular.
What is up, YouTube.
Never Jester
Welcome back
is
to another
this
video.
most.
In today's video, I want to
This
talk
also, by
about
the way, gives me
genuine
ideas
desire.
on how to do like
And,
thumbnails and
people
titles.
often
Like
email
confidence
me
and
ask me,
personality
can I
mean
talk
nothing.
about genuine
Never
desire?
Jester.
What are my experiences with genuine desire?
Mhm.
What are some things
You
that
see,
I've
like
learned in
Thug
life about
Appeal, how
genuine
young
desire?
black men
So
perform for
I
women.
figured we'll make a
The
video
fact
about
that he
talking
made
about
it
genuine
like
desire
race,
today.
this is a
Now,
sensitive
when it comes down
topic
to
in the
genuine
US and
desire,
stuff, so
some
he's
people
triggering people
care
to click,
about
just
genuine
have
desire more than
more
others.
clicks.
A
Like
lot of
these are his
guys
most
tend to
popular
have
videos.
like
Like,
a
look, they
sort of
have 300k views compared to
infatuation with
50k. So
genuine
the two
desire,
videos
this
that
idea
first
of being
we're talking about
loved
like
by a woman. A lot of
confidence
guys
and
are like
personality mean nothing.
really
I think
like
I can do
obsessed
my
with
own
love.
version of this. It
Some
looks
people view
quite
genuine desire
clickbaity
as
and
like,
it has a
who
lot
gives
of
a
views.
fuck? As long
You
as I'm
cannot
partying
read the
on a
algorithm
yacht
like
and
that,
fucking
but I don't know. It can
supermodels,
give you ideas, right?
who cares
Prism,
about
I
genuine
watched every
desire?
video, but he's kind of
Like,
super
who really
doomer with
gives a
giving up
fuck?
and saying that it's
And to
over.
some level, I can relate to that because
That's not his
for me
specialty only.
personally, I don't
Yeah,
really
welcome
care
to the
that
stream.
much
Jack is
about
good
genuine
because he balanced a
desire.
lot of good BP while not
I do and
encouraging
I
doomerism.
don't. Like
The gray zone man in is
just at
his best
some level,
video.
I do
Let
care
me
about
check it out.
It depends on the
Is it
context.
the gray
You know what I
zone man?
mean?
This
But
one. Okay, so
I've given up on
it
this.
is playing. I'm sorry, guys, because I was not wearing my earphones to see like what's running or not. So I'm sorry if I was speaking at the same time with the video. I apologize for that. That was a technical error on my part. I'm gonna wear this so I make sure that no sounds are coming. I did not know that the video was playing in the background. I apologize for that. So no, not this one. The gray zone, this one. The reality of authentic attention, and so these two will the thumbnail is art, man. The thumbnail, I'm gonna remove my face, is art. I really like it. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I just noticed. Where people like Hamza need Firex, your looks is your mouthpiece. That one I will have a lot of things to say because I think that you can have a good mouthpiece regardless of your look. How it will get you, that depends a lot on your look, but it is a separate thing, right? You cannot say it like, oh, it's all your looks, but I will have to see the video to see what he says about it. Yeah, he always tried to make money. I say he's trying to make money at least so you don't have a worse life. Yeah, I envy good lifers. He says looks max and geo max and delusion max. Delusion max. I don't know about that last one. The most brutal thing about BP's looks are beyond on specifics. This is very hard English for me, man. Babies prefer, yeah. So maybe let's do this for those who like this guy. Maybe we can schedule a live in which I will react to Jack and Stacked for like the top 3 of his videos. Let's say I pick like which videos? This gray zone video, the dating mental abuse of the average man, this one, and the genuine desire one. When women pursue the men they want, this is the nice one too. Your face is your personality. This one is like a rehearsed subject. Your looks is your mouthpiece. This one, I will check. I'm not sure about this one, so I will check it out. Your genetics, F your future. Women blaming dating app. I will see, like, I will pick like 3 videos that will be like an hour, like 2-hour live, and then I'm gonna react to them with you guys. Or maybe do an offline video, I don't know. It will depend on my mood, whether I want to have it offline or online, we will see. Okay, so let me read the comments. He's fun to watch. Okay, I mean, fun to watch, but it also have to be fun to react to live, because that some videos they are like fun to watch, but you're watching them and you have nothing to say, like you don't pause and say, so it ends up like just watching together. and that's not good for me as a content creator to not react to the video, because sometimes it's like if the video is like has too much information and then like he's has a good flow and he doesn't make any controversies, they're like I don't want such react. So I will see the quality of the content and the kind that he does. Then I might do a live stream in which I react to him, or I can react to his videos offline, or make a video about him and say my opinion about him in general. Fitness freak, same. I was into wheat waffles, but he doesn't apply his own advice. I mean, I don't require of someone to apply his own advice. If you can give good advice in theory, why would I care if you in your own life do it or not? I think that's overrated. Like people saying like Hamza preaches this and that, but he doesn't do it himself. Maybe he wants to do it himself, but he's too lazy to do it himself. That does not invalidate the advice automatically. You see my point. Subvoice just catched up the live in 2 speed. This is just a try hard, Oscar. Try harder, man. And yes, react to GNS. He was a red pill content creator that got beep-pilled. I remember him debating the... okay. So he really wanted to resist, and then he tried to fight the Force, and then he became like he joined the dark side. Or I'm sorry, I did not watch Star Wars. I don't know. The first is so good because directs to big streamers interaction. Yeah, the thing is that react to a react of a react also looks bad. Like I don't want to be reacting to a guy who's reacting to a guy. You know, that's like online cucking. I heard about this phenomenon, which is weird. Which is basically you masturbate to a video sitting on a chair of a guy sitting on a chair masturbating to a guy who is with his wife or something like this. So you are cucking over cucking as if watching porn originally was not cucking in the first place. But yeah, I don't want to be reacting to a streamer who's reacting to another streamer. That's too much. Like it's gonna be like Asmongold situation where like I react to someone and then he reacts to me and then I react to him and then you have 2 of my pictures. Like I see myself here and I see myself like over myself twice. Wait, waffles was always just water. I mean, he had goated videos. Let's not lie. Like his presentations, they were like very nice. Wheat waffle also geomax to Eastern Europe. He did. I have no information. Maybe he's sharing that on his Patreon. I am not there, but maybe if you say so, I believe you. I think he used money to get women. I mean, okay, maybe shocking to red pill cells. Are you calling me a red pill cell, Jägerbomb? Take that back now. Water is wet. So, you all agree that his water is wet. I don't agree with you guys. Wheat waffles is a good intro to BP. That take I agree with, okay? Disciple, I agree with you. Ewan Freak, I think he used his YouTube channel and to burn off. That's why he hit his face again. I don't think he actually led with his YouTube channel, but I do. I told some girls that I'm on YouTube making videos for men. It did not make me look any worse. If they liked me, they liked me. If they didn't, they might use as an excuse. It doesn't matter. I made my response to Wheat Waffles. You can find it if you want. I think he's right in almost anything. I would say that the one thing that Wheat Waffles gets wrong, I talked about it in a video. It's the fact that he thinks that there are different kinds of girls, and some of them want to stay single, some of them want to date. He does not know that the same girl can have different treatments to different guys. So that's the point I disagree on most. If you want me here dig deeper in that, you can go to my channel and find the video of me reacting to Wheat Waffles. If you are so lazy, I can send the link here to you, but I made the video responding to that point because I disagreed so bad with it. Ren, welcome to the stream. You are so late. Did you watch Rehab's video? I did watch it like alone, not on the stream. I watched it like alone, but then we just talked about bragging. You can see the stream later. Okay, so Jacked and Stacked, I will look. Hamoudi, we all miss him, right? View your channel. It is one of my most viewed videos too. So if I can find it by just going like by popular. This one has 10k views. This one is like the most viewed video of me reacting to Rehab Room. 10k views. So this one, I think, this one with his head. I'm gonna copy the link. This one where I disagree hard with him. Like I disagreed. I think I destroyed him. Incept cucking. This one is a very funny one. Nice one. Who said it? I lost the comment. Disciple. Yeah. Incept cucking. Waffle always say leave the West, but yeah, but did he leave the West himself or not? I don't know. Ewan, this is the link to my Wheat Waffle video that I disagreed with him. This is my main disagreement with him, I would say. I also made another. I reacted to him live. Like if you go to lives, I did a live reaction on him leaving when he left YouTube or something. I reacted to him. I forgot which one, but I reacted to him. HX Hunter. What made you remember Hunter x Hunter? It is one of my favorite animes. Actually, I watched it so many times, and once it was like with a girl, and it was such a nice experience. If Togashi didn't lar before he went sick. Yeah, God, you're speaking in codes. I'm not Ren, but don't worry, the stream is gonna stay on. Just like, and you can comment on it later. I think I'm gonna just wrap it up, guys. Thank you everyone for watching. Special thanks to Chris T, who made this generous gift to me. This is the first time I receive a gift of this caliber. Very nice of him. Feels nice. I mean, I'm gonna have a good weekend now. I mean, $30 in Russia, that's good money, you know. I can have a nice dinner, whatever. Thank you so much for participating. Thank you for the guys who watched, who put comments. Have a good weekend. I think you just said have a good weekend. You too, everyone else. Maybe I go live again this weekend. Maybe I do the Jack Stacked guy something real soon. Everyone else, enjoy your weekends. For those who's gonna watch the stream later, thank you. Also, you can write comments. I will answer all of you. Have a good night, everyone. And Feather Bartholomew, you welcome and bye. You can watch the stream later. How do we know ahead of time when you go live? The thing is that I don't know myself. I really don't only want to go live when I have something to say, when I'm in a great mood. So I cannot say in advance. I don't want to say like I'm gonna go live tomorrow, and then tomorrow I don't feel okay, and then like have to go live anyway. Maybe I'm unprofessional, you can say that, but I really want to have spontaneous things. Like I want to talk about something, I will make a thumbnail and I create a live. So the best luck is to turn on notifications, and hopefully you can catch us live next time. The comments really help the conversation go smooth. Lots of love, everyone. I hope you all get Stacy to come over and suck all your dicks this weekend. And if she did, come back to me and brag about it. I will share your happiness, my friend. Yeah, no one knows. Thank you everyone for watching. This was Guidance Vault, and I'm retreating. Bye-bye.